There's a comforting lie most people believe, that governments protect their citizens, that secrecy exists only to keep enemies out, that if something truly dangerous were happening, someone would tell you. But secrecy doesn't work like that. Real secrets don't announce themselves. They don't leak easily. They don't leave paper trails. They hide behind mountains, under deserts, beneath highways you drive every day. Tonight we're not just talking about restricted places. We're talking about preparations, facilities designed for a future you were never meant to be part of. Chapter 1. Area 51. The lie that became too big. For decades, the U.S. government said Area 51 didn't exist. Not classified. Not restricted. Didn't exist. Think about that. A military installation so secret, the safest option was to pretend it was imaginary. Area 51 sits next to Groom Lake, Nevada. Chosen not for convenience, but for isolation. No cities, no witnesses, no accidental visitors. Workers were flown in on unmarked planes. They signed lifetime silence agreements. Some never told their spouses where they worked. Why? Officially experimental aircraft. But here's the uncomfortable part. Every major aircraft tested there, the U-2, the SR-71, stealth bombers, was eventually revealed. Yet Area 51 security only increased. More fences, more cameras, more armed patrols. If the secret was only old airplanes, why does the secrecy never end? Pilots have reported objects that hover without sound, accelerate instantly, ignore known physics, and radar logs show something worse. Objects that appear, then vanish, as if they were never there. Area 51 may not be about what humans are building. It may be about what humans are studying. Chapter 2. Groom Lake, where the rules stop applying. Beyond Area 51 lies a place with fewer rumors, because almost no one ever gets close enough to talk. The Groom Lake Radar Range. This area is so restricted, even military pilots avoid it without explicit clearance. Satellites are instructed not to image it. During certain windows, why block your own eyes? Former defense contractors claim Groom Lake isn't a base, it's a filter. A place where unknown technologies are tested, broken down, repurposed, not invented from scratch, recovered. From where? That question is never answered. People who wander too close report GPS devices failing, radios going silent, vehicles suddenly surrounded, no arrest records, no court cases, just long detentions and shorter memories. Groom Lake feels less like a military zone and more like a quarantine. As if something there isn't supposed to spread. Chapter 3. Mount Weather, the government that replaces you. Let's talk about something even more disturbing. Not aliens, not aircraft. Priorities. Mount Weather sits quietly in Virginia, disguised as nothing special. But underground is a fully functioning nation. Not a bunker, a replacement. Mount Weather exists for one reason. If the surface collapses, the government continues, not with elections, not with the Constitution, but with continuity. Here's what that really means. During nuclear war planning, officials accepted a truth they never shared. Most Americans would die quickly, and telling them the truth would cause panic. So the plan was silence. No warnings, no explanations. Only selected officials would be evacuated underground. The rest would be left behind, confused, uninformed, and expendable. Mount Weather wasn't designed to save America. It was designed to save authority. Chapter 4. Cheyenne Mountain, the place that decides if you live. Deep inside the Rockies is Cheyenne Mountain, a fortress built not to protect people, but to make decisions. Inside NORAD, officers monitor the world in real time. Every missile launch, every unidentified object, every anomaly. And if something happens, they don't ask permission, they act. During the Cold War, personnel were told, if the alarms go off, you will not leave. Not because escape was impossible, but because command must continue, even if everyone inside dies. Cheyenne Mountain is designed to survive nuclear war. But ask yourself, why does something need to survive if there's no plan for what comes after? Some insiders believe Cheyenne Mountain isn't just defensive, it's a filter point, a place where incoming threats are evaluated before the public is ever informed. If something is detected, and the decision is made to stay silent, you will never know it happened. Chapter 5. Raven Rock, where democracy goes to sleep. Raven Rock Mountain Complex doesn't get attention. That's intentional. It doesn't deal with science or surveillance. It deals with power. Raven Rock is where military command relocates. If Washington is destroyed or compromised, entire roadways disappear into the mountain. Unmarked buses enter. They do not exit. Inside are war plans, written for scenarios no one discusses publicly. Martial law, suspension of civil processes, chain of command governance. This is where democracy pauses, temporarily. History tells us, temporary powers have a habit of becoming permanent. Raven Rock isn't about survival. It's about control after collapse. Final chapter. The pattern you're not supposed to see. Look at these places together. Area 51, unknown technology. Groom Lake, containment. Mount Weather, replacement government. Cheyenne Mountain, global monitoring. Raven Rock, military control. This isn't random. It's a system. A layered plan for a future, where the surface world becomes unstable. The public narrative says, these are precautions, but preparations reveal belief. And these preparations suggest the people in charge expect something. They don't want to explain. Maybe it's war. Maybe it's technological collapse. Maybe it's something else entirely. But one thing is clear. These places were not built for you. They were built without you. And the most unsettling question isn't what they're hiding. It's when they plan to use it. Because if these places ever fully activate, you won't hear about it. You'll just notice that the world feels different. And by then, it will already be too late. If you think this story ends here, you're wrong, because these places don't exist in isolation. There are other facilities, off the books, off the maps, and officially denied. If you want to hear what comes next, if you want to know what they're preparing for, subscribe now, because once these doors open, the public won't be invited inside.